Want to build a Google search campaign that actually drives sales and not just clicks? In this video, I'm going to show you exactly how to set up a high-performing, non-brand search campaign step by step. You'll see exactly what to click, what to skip, and how to avoid the mistakes that most e-com store owners make when they set up search campaigns. Let's get into it. Okay, first, what is a non-branded search campaign? This is a search campaign that targets people that are searching for what you sell and they're not searching for your brand name. So instead of typing for your store name, they're searching for things like buy silver cuff bracelet or gift bracelet for boyfriend. They're looking for a product, not you specifically. And that's why we start here. They're people searching with real buying intent. They're scalable and they're exactly how new customers search for your products. Now, before we dive in, I'm assuming that you already have done your keyword research. This is where you find out what are the search terms that your customers are searching to find your products. Now, if you haven't done your keyword research yet, no worries. I actually have a video that shows you exactly how to do this keyword research. I'll leave a link down below, so you can go and watch that right now. All right, you've got your keyword research. Let's now jump into our Google Ads. All right, so we're on the Google Ads dashboard and we're going to create a campaign. Click the blue plus New Campaign button, then choose Sales as the goal. Under Conversion Goals, go ahead and select your conversion actions. Now, I'm assuming you already have conversion tracking properly set up. If not, pause your campaign setup and get that sorted out first. It's essential. We have a video that walks you through the whole process on how to do it with a Shopify store. I'll leave a link down below. Choose Search as your campaign type, then click Continue. Scroll down and click Website Visits, then add your store's URL. Okay, now give your campaign a clear name. I like to keep it simple and easy to understand at a glance, something like search, non-brand, men's bracelets, US. That way, you can always know exactly what this campaign is targeting just by looking at the name. Click Continue, and now we're inside the campaign settings. For bidding, here's how to approach it. If your account is brand new and doesn't have conversion history yet, start with Manual CPC. It helps you gather data without burning through your budget, especially if your products are priced under $30. But if the account already has solid conversion data, starting with maximized conversions can work too. Just make sure to monitor it closely in the first few days. In this case, the account I'm working with is fairly new, so I'll stick with Manual CPC to stay in control while we figure out what performs best. For now, during setup, I'll leave bidding on the default. Once the campaign's live, I'll switch it over to Manual CPC. Now, you'll see the customer acquisition option. Go ahead and leave that unticked for now. By default, Google will bid for both new and existing customers. This gives you a broader reach. It also lets the algorithm optimize for what's actually driving performance, not just whether someone's new. So only tick this option if you want to target only new customers and you have solid data to support that, like a customer match list. But if you're just starting out, it's just best to leave it off. Now, in the network section, make sure to untick both search partners and the Google Display Network. I've seen many stores we audit leave these turned on. They end up draining their budgets by showing ads on less relevant or lower quality sites. Since we want to focus on people actively searching with intent to buy, it's best to run your campaign only on Google Search. This way, you reach the right audience and get the best return on your ad spend. Next, let's set up your locations. Start by adding the country or region where you sell. For me, that's going to be the United States. Then click on location options and select presence. Make sure to pick people in or regularly in your target location. Now, why do we do this? Well, because it tells Google to show your ads only to people who are physically in your area or spend most of their time there. That way, you avoid wasting your budget on people that are just browsing from somewhere else. Okay, now choose the language your website and ads are in. Usually that's going to be English. Now let's move on to audience segments. Here, add the audiences that relate to your store. Think about your potential customers' interests, behaviors, or past interactions. Keep it simple at first and start with up to 10 audiences. Make sure you set these to observation, not targeting. That way, Google uses these audiences as signals to better understand who might convert. But it also doesn't limit your ads just to those groups. This helps your campaign find more relevant traffic without shrinking your reach. Next, click on More Settings. For now, we're going to leave everything here just as it is. These options are mostly for advanced controls like ad scheduling, ad rotation, or campaign URL settings. We'll dive into them later once you've got some campaign data to work with, so just click Continue. Now, before we move on, you might see something new here called AI Max during the setup. Google introduced AI Max to help you scale faster by letting AI expand your targeting and create ads. It can even choose your landing pages for you. It sounds impressive, right? But here's our take. Especially if you're just starting out or still building consistent sales, if you want control of your keywords, ad copy, and what pages your traffic sees, stick with regular search for now. With AI Max, Google decides a lot for you, and that's not always a good thing when you're trying to stay profitable. We recommend skipping AI Max during setup, at least until your store's already converting and you're ready to test it as a secondary campaign. Here, Google offers to automatically create keywords and assets using AI. If you want, you can add your website and let Google handle it. But for my team and I always set up the keywords and assets manually for our client campaigns. We know the brand better and have a clear plan for what drives results, so we just skip this automated step. This way, we avoid Google adding unwanted keywords or ad variations that could weaken the campaign. All right, now it's time to create your ad group. The first thing you want to do is add in your keywords. Keywords are the terms that connect your ads to what people are actually searching for on Google. This part is very important because the right keywords bring in relevant, high-intent traffic. These are people who are ready to take action. Now, remember, if you haven't got these keywords already, go and watch our keyword research video. I'll leave a link down below that shows you exactly how to get these for your specific brand. Okay, now I'll add the high intent keywords I've carefully researched. Also, keep your ad groups tightly grouped by theme. Aim for 5 to 10 closely related keywords max. This helps Google serve the most relevant ads for each search. Make sure to use the right match types. Use exact match with brackets to tightly control who sees your ads, and phrase match with quotes to catch people searching with specific phrases, but with a bit more flexibility. Next, scroll down and let's work on the ad. Start by pasting the final URL. This should be the link to your product or collection page. Then fill in the display part to keep your ad looking clean and relevant. Something simple like men's bracelets. That works pretty good. For headlines, add all 15. Mix keyword-rich phrases with benefits your customers care about, plus your unique selling points. If you want a deeper dive into writing headlines and ad copy that converts, we've got you covered. I've got a full step-by-step video that walks you through everything. It's super helpful. Definitely worth checking out before you launch. I'll leave a link down below. And now we're going to move over to the descriptions. All right, all 4, make them compelling, focus on benefits, and tie them back to the keywords that you're using. Here, you'll see the option to add your business name and logo here. Adding them helps your brand look more trustworthy and recognizable right in the ad, especially on mobile. So definitely upload a clear logo and make sure your business name matches your domain or your brand name. Okay, let's now add in our asset extensions. These help make your ad bigger, more useful, and more clickable, and they can seriously boost your click-through rate. Let's start with site link extensions. I'll add links to the important pages on the store like men's bracelets collection, bestsellers, new arrivals. These give shoppers more options to explore right from the ad. Next, we're going to add in call-out extensions. These are short, benefit-driven phrases. I'm using free shipping, handcrafted designs, hypoallergenic material, and 30-day money-back guarantee. These build trust and highlight key selling points. Now, for structured snippets, these let you highlight features. I'll choose types and list cuff, chain, beaded, and custom engraved. I'm also adding a price extension, which is perfect for e-commerce. It shows a few of your product types along with their starting prices. This gives users a quick preview of your offer. It also helps pre-qualify traffic since people who click already know your price range. Here's how to set it up. From the list, choose price. Then for the type of price extension, select product categories. That's the best fit since we're selling physical products. Under language and currency, set it to match your audience. I'll go with English and USD. Now, add your items one by one. For my campaign, I'm going with header, cuff bracelets, price, $49. Description, modern minimalistic designs, and for the final URL, I'll add the link to the cuff bracelets collection page. Repeat this for 3 to 6 product types, and once you're done, scroll down and hit save. Don't forget to add promotion extensions if you have special offers or discounts. They make your ads more attractive and can boost clicks. Finally, if you're accepting calls or doing customer service by phone, you can add a call extension here. I'll skip that for now since this store is online only. Try to add at least 3 types of extensions. The more you give Google to work with, the better your ad will perform. Plus, it helps your ad look more professional and stand out in search results. Now, a quick note about URL options. This is mainly for advanced tracking setups. If you're using standard Google Ads tracking and Google Analytics, you can skip this part. It's not necessary for most e-com stores. Only dive into the URL options if you need custom tracking parameters later on. Okay, now click Save. On this page here, we'll set your average daily budget for the campaign. Start with an amount that feels comfortable. If you're new, $10 to $20 a day works well. Then click Next. Now, we're at the final stage of our campaign setup. Before you hit Publish, take a moment to double check everything. Review your keywords to ensure that they're exactly what you want with the right match types. Give your ads a final look to make sure they're polished, relevant, and error-free. Fix any issues or warnings Google flags that might prevent your campaign from going live. And once you're happy with everything, just go ahead and hit Publish. Your search campaign is now live and ready to start driving high-intent clicks to your store. Now that it's live, let's head back to your campaign. head to campaign settings, then bidding, and switch it to Manual CPC. This gives full control over how much you're willing to pay per click. It's a smart move, especially early on, while you're still gathering data and figuring out what's working. By the way, guys, this video is actually part of our free Google Search Ads series for e-com store owners. We break down everything you need for your e-commerce store to set up and optimize and scale Google Search Ads. I'll leave a link to the full playlist down below, so go and check that out. And if you're ready to level up your search ads, jump to the next video. I'm going to walk you through how to optimize and scale the search campaign that you just set up. Thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye for now. Make sure to check out our other videos. This one here might be especially useful for you.